Welcome back to my channel. It's time for another Elusive Samurai manga chapters review. This is going to be on chapter 21 and 22. I'm trying my best to catch up onto this one, and this is one that I definitely don't want to drop. I definitely don't want to drop this one. Doesn't get as much views as other manga reviews that I've done, but I really do enjoy this one. I think mainly because of the historical side to it, but it does well. It's a little bit underrated series, and there's a few people in my channel that do really enjoy watching these reviews, so I don't want to drop this series for sure, so I'm trying to bring them back, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Before anything, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do quite a bit of manga reviews, anime reviews, as well as reactions. I will be bringing back anime reactions quite a bit, hopefully this week, for you guys to watch. If they haven't been posted by now, they will be eventually posted, so make sure you keep up with those. I do want to say that giveaways also will hopefully come back, so make sure you subscribe and get me to 4,700 as fast as possible. That way we can get some giveaways back on running. So again, the Elusive Samurai is a great series, and I have about 18 videos already released on my channel, so go check those out if you haven't seen them already, so you guys get a little idea what's going on. You can find it on Shonen Jump. I don't think everything's free there. I do pay for my phone subscription, so you might have to pay for some of the chapters. I believe they do like the first 5 and maybe the latest 5 or maybe 3 for free, but then after that they charge you. So if you want to read the entire series, you do have to pay I believe about $1 or $2 a month. I don't even know. I just pay it automatically, so it's around there. I'm not sponsored by them, so just look it up or find the series somewhere else. So we last left off in this big battle, and essentially chapter 21, 22 give us the conclusion of all the battles. Tokioki is fighting the main general that's attacking this city, and in chapter 20 he kind of grabs this energy of wanting to defeat him. The reason he gets this energy is because he realizes that this guy, he's not merciful at all. He likes to kill not just the dads but also the mothers, and leave the kids orphans and with no hope for their future, essentially, and basically do as much destruction as possible in the world. And Tokioki obviously gets anger out of this and finally gets the push to defeat him. And we see that his battle throughout the chapters 20, 21, 22, and essentially what he ends up fighting with is his elusiveness. He's able to escape, and he's taught by Fubuki to essentially use that strategy, as well as his body weight, to throw enough sword lashes at the enemy, enough where the enemy will bleed out. And that essentially is what he does, is because the enemy has full shield, it's very difficult. So he slashes him a few times in his arms, enough where he can just be elusive and run around the room, avoid his attacks. He's slowed down by his armor, and essentially at the end of chapter 22 he loses so much blood he doesn't realize what's happening, and starts thinking that Tokioki is actually a reincarnation of Buddha. And that's essentially the end of chapter 22. Their fighting concluded. We also see Fubuki's fight against one of the retainers of the generals, and this retainer was hiding the fact that he was a good swordsman, and his goal was to eventually become the head of the army that was being controlled by his leader. And Fubuki, realizes this and finds out that he's actually a really good swordsman, and basically goes on a full battle with him. Now Fubuki does end up eventually defeating him, and because Fubuki does realize that he is he's not guarding himself fully as possible, and it could be that because he hasn't trained as much or continued training as much as he should have, or just Fubuki's an amazing swordsman. But Fubuki does actually win his battle as well. And then lastly, we have the third battle, which is Kojiro and Shizuku, and both of these are the retainers of our protagonist Tokiyoki, and essentially these kids, it's a girl and a guy, they go into this full battle with another of basically huge berserker who goes on full-blown attack at them, and they're also able to defeat him in quite an epic, handicap match, being that it's 2 against 1, but nonetheless, you have to also keep in mind these are kids fighting adults. So the fight scenes itself were pretty good, and I really did enjoy these past 2 chapters. It's chapters like this that I do enjoy the most, because although you get this full-blown story of how they're learning the techniques and how they actually came to effect in history as well, you also get these amazing fighting scenes that I really wish this becomes eventually an anime where we can see these scenes, because they're just so graceful, especially with Tokiyoki basically being elusive and going around and being able to walk around, not just avoiding the enemy's attacks, but even while the enemy's bleeding, he also avoids any blood splatter on his clothes. So quite an accomplishment from our protagonist, and like I said, it's just very satisfying to see these fight scenes, and I really did enjoy these past 2 chapters, 21, 22. It looks like 23 may be the conclusion of this entire thing, which will make me assume that maybe 24 might be the beginning of the next battle, or next whatever happens next with them. So we'll see. For now, I will continue reviewing these by 2 or 3 chapters at a time. That way we can eventually catch up to, I believe they're at chapter 40 now, so we have to catch up as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, if you have not done so by now, subscribe to my channel. I will provide more and more manga reviews, hopefully faster, being released here for you guys, as well as reactions. So make sure you let me know if you guys want to see more of this in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Guys, like always, don't be strangers. Bye.